Welcome back to Sub-Zero Hero, and I know what people have been saying behind my back. He's nearly 6 seasons into this save and he's not put a trophy in the cabinet yet. Well, to be honest, since I arrived, I've been using the trophy cabinet to store knickknacks, but I'm having a bit of a spring clean now because in today's episode, we could add not just one, but 2 trophies to that cabinet as both the first team and the under-19s could win their respective league titles. To make me feel better, let me know down in the comments section below, what is the longest save you have ever managed in without winning a single trophy? Maybe that'll make me feel better. Maybe it will make me feel worse. In order to celebrate, if that's not tempting fate, we'll probably go and lose both of those titles now I've said that. But down in the community tab, which I've not experimented with before, I thought I might also put a poll for people to participate in, asking you which of our brightest youth prospects you think might go on to achieve the most in the game over the next few years. Which is the one you think is most likely to get a move to a big European club? Which one do you think will go on to be worth the most money? Which one do you think might go on and get international honours? I'm going to pop screenshots of my 3 tips for our brightest prospects down in the community tab, plus a little poll, and we're going to see who people think might just go on to achieve the most from our Sub-Zero heroes. Here we go then, we'll start with the under-19s because they are doing their bit. 60 minutes into their game, they are 3-0 up, and I think, as it looks like they might be about to clinch the under-19s league title, we might put some of our younger first team talents out there on the pitch just so that they can help see the job home, and also so they get to experience being out there on the pitch when hopefully we go on to win the title. Although we come straight back and Bodø/Glimt's under-19s get a goal back straight away. We're 3-1 up now without having played all that well, to be honest. A couple of our under-19s are missing because they are off on international duty. And we've also got an injury-ravaged under-19 squad as well. So it's a little bit of a patched up side for this afternoon. And I'll tell you what, if they now score a second goal, well, maybe we were popping the champagne corks a little bit early because they are in. And young Pedersen, who we're giving a game to in the under-19s. He's made plenty of starts for the first team this season, but we're giving him one more game for the under-19s. Well, he was on to that ball. We are dominating the XG by a touch, but we've not had many shots, have we? But it looks like we are going to be able to see the game out. We fire another one long, although actually this looks like their highlight, and they are in again. And that makes things interesting. Oh, it's disallowed. All right, it's disallowed. We will take it. I don't know whether we get to see these boys climb the podium if they win. Does that count for under-19 teams? Not sure whether that might just be a first team thing. We've not seen it yet in Sub-Zero Hero. Maybe we're about to see it. You'll see that we're now 9 points clear at the top of the table. 2 games left and we do see the podium. No idea who the captain is. You can see Emper though. He's a foot taller than everybody else in the side. And there they are, climbing up the podium. The first time we've seen a Tromsdalen team hoist a trophy aloft. I'm not sure where I'm getting involved there. Get out of the way. And there we have it. The under-19s have done the first part of today's double bill. So we now have the best under-19s team in the country. And you've got to bear in mind that talents like Pedersen, Emper, Hartviksen, Tefram have not been playing that many games for the under-19s. It's the tier below that have done most of the hard work for us, including a player we've never shown you before, but we'll have a quick peek now. Christian Knutsen, another player who hasn't got the best personality and the determination is not great, but he looks like he has the semblance of being a pretty quick striker. So another one that we are going to work on for this season. So the under-19s have gone away and done their bit. We've just got one other part of the bargain to get out of the way to make it a league-winning double bill. We best check in with the first team. So here's how it got to this stage. We've only played one game since the last episode, but you'll see that we are now top. Grurud are in second place, but they've only got 6 points left to play for, and we're 7 clear of them. So they are out of the reckoning. It's between us and Sherdle's Blink down there in third. They've still got 9 points to play for. We're 8 clear. A draw today, and if Sherdle's Blink win, well, we'll be 6 clear with 6 points to play for, and we've got the superior goal difference. But a win today, and we are uncatchable at the top of the table, and we will be lifting the trophy. Here's how it got to this stage, by the way. We both played at the same time last weekend, and while Sherdle's Blink threw away a 3-1 lead to allow Fuller to get back into the game and then equalise in the 94th minute, we were putting 7 goals past Lawrenceburg for probably our best performance of the season. Jonas Hartvigsson scored the first 6 of our 7, and to be honest, he scored the same goal 6 times in the same game. Somebody popped him through, or he seized on a mistake at the back, and he just ran through to tuck the ball past the keeper from about 8 or 9 yards out. And he did it over and over and over again, having had a run of games where he kept hitting the post with every chance that he had. Well, in this game, he was just on fire, and Lawrenceburg could not catch him. He completed his hat-trick shortly after half-time. Gerser, by the way, was an absolute craftsman in this game, and Hartvigsson didn't just bag a hat-trick, he went on to bag a second. Maybe, though, didn't even score the best goal of the game, because we worked one of our corner routines absolutely perfectly. One touch, popping it around back to a youngster that came through in the last youth intake called Tony Berg, who we've had to bring in to try and fill the gaping hole left by the sale of Dreyer in midfield. He's got a strength of 3. Otherwise, he looks like somebody that we could work with, and the sale of Dreyer has meant that we are desperately hunting around for midfielders that we can work with. So that 7-3 win, the best performance of the season, meant that we are now in a position where we can go out and play Ullen this afternoon. If we beat them, we're going to win the title. We've got players away on international duty. Not ideal when you've got a threadbare squad. We're going to patch it up. We'll see you out there for what could be the most glorious of occasions. Okay, patched up would be somewhat of an understatement. We've had to bring left winger Christofferson into the midfield today because we're so short of options. It's really where Dreyer should be playing, but we've got players, 3 of them away on international duty and injuries and suspensions. So we are down to the absolute bare bones of the squad. This is going to be tough to get a result out of today, as Ullen come at us early. And of course, Asali Hansen gives away his 309th penalty of his career at Tromsdalen. And in the 6th minute, we are a goal down and we are having to chase the game. A reminder that this could all be immaterial. Sherdle's Blink are playing at the same time against Tromsø's second team. They could do us a favour and beat Sherdle's Blink for us. Even if they grab a point from that game, that will be enough for us. But we would like to do our bit, and we are not, and we're going to berate the players straight away. But it's only one player's fault, really. Asali Hansen hacks down another player in the box for a penalty and puts us in trouble. Hartvigsson scored all of his goals in the last game. He has a chance from 8 yards out there. Fires it straight at the keeper. Tromsø 2 seem to be 2-0 up against Sherdle's Blink. So, regardless of what we're doing here, we might be all right. We're going to demand more. Not an awful lot of chances in this game. If we go down 2-0, then I think we're in a little bit of trouble and we can write this game off as we do go down 2-0. So we're going to have to go full attacking for the second half, despite the fact that we don't really have all of the players in the starting lineup that we would like, but this is just a lump over the top as Sali Hansen has not even moved. He stood like a statue as the ball sails over his head. How he is playing a 7.1 is beyond me. He's got beaten for their goal and given away the penalty, so I don't quite know how the game's scoring him so highly. And we got another highlight again. Christofferson, the winger in midfield. Gerser, the magician on the wing. And their keeper tips one over the bar. I think we've been good enough for a goal this half. And we've not got near one, have we? We've knocked it into Hansen. That's counting, is it? Oh, goodness me. All right, the short corner routine worked out well for us again. I thought he was offside. Schönerson, back to Gerser. Oh, they've got a man on the line doing nothing. And the keeper jumps and flaps. And we're back in the game. Okay. That gives us something to work with in the second half. We still need to give them the absolute mother of all team talks and find a way of trying to pep up our attack for the second half. And then we also need to check in on the Schödels blink score. Okay, we've clicked some buttons ready for the second half. We've tried to go even more attacking in this game. And let's have a look. It's 3-1 now in the Schödels blink game. So things are looking good over there. There's not a lot happening in our game, is there? We have gone to an attacking mentality. We've pushed more players forward, but nothing is happening. So we're going to have to make a change. We're going to go 3-4-3. And I think the move that we are going to make is we need a centre-half. Well, we don't have any on the bench. Okay, let's go. 2 at the back. Wing-backs up. Let's push on the forward players and see whether that makes a bit of a difference for us. Let's go. Let's leave them on an automatic function so they'll naturally go more attacking. Is that true? Or should we stop being lazy and just move them onto an attacking function? Let's do that instead. Have we got anything on the bench that would pep us up? We've got Schönerson playing pretty poorly. We'll go with Anderson instead. Let's get him as a conventional winger on attack. All right, let's go with that. Let's see whether that makes any difference to our play. We might also go very attacking because we've got nothing to lose. We've got Tromsdalen still doing us a favour in the other game. Are we really going to win the title by losing our fixture? That would seem quite Tromsdalen-esque. Or can we get back into it? There's Tiny Emperor. Hartvigsson. Oh, he's blasted one from 25 yards this time. Goalkeeper tips it over the bar. We've got a couple of players that are a bit tired out there. We've gone short again. Nothing doing this time. I think we're going to have to make a couple of little changes, aren't we? So let's go Grunwald for Emperor, who is very tired. That also gives us the long throw option. And we've got Gerser, who is tired as well. Don't really have a viable option for him on the bench, do we? Well, we've got Tefrim, who's just playing out and out bad. So let's swap him out for Richardson. And we're off. What have we got? We've got about 14 minutes left. Try and salvage a point from this game. Here we go. This is not the highlight that we're after. Pedersen. He's punched it clear. Hartvigsson. Didn't quite fancy the jog over. We're going to have to build something from the back. Here's old Grunwald. Still got a bit of life. He's through again one-on-one. What will he do this time? Miss. And then he scores. Hartvigsson gets us back in the game. We're going off very attacking, down to attacking. The way the results are standing right now, we are looking good. That's nothing more than a hopeful lump forward. He misses the first. Makes a little bit of a sprint to the side. Slots home the second. We're at 2-2. What's happening? It's 4-1 to Tromsø now. I think we're good, you know. I think we're going to be okay. We can perhaps maybe just settle for a point. Just pull those back, although we'll keep the wingers advanced. We'll stay on attacking. We have played a little bit better since we made those changes. And I think we're about to see the first team climb to the top of the podium as well. Emperor looks like he might tracksuit up and stand right at the back there next to the shortest player on the bench, which I think is Sjernesen. And there the boys go. So Asali Hansen's had one of his worst games for the club, and he finishes it by lifting the league title aloft. So our under-19s have done their bit. They are now the leading under-19 team in Norway. And now the first team have got their second promotion of Sub-Zero Hero. They've got their first title of Sub-Zero Hero, and now we're going back up again to Norway's second tier, but this time we're going to be professional. This time we're going to have what on paper I think might be a slightly stronger squad, and we're also going to say that next season we're going into it with slightly more hope of avoiding the drop. The caveat next to all of that is who will the board sell off during the winter, and what kind of squad will we have for the start of next season, given the board's antics and the youth intake that we're about to get. Well, I guess we will find out the answers to all of that in our next episode of Sub-Zero Hero.